As we approach the November 4th election, WDIO is continuing our conversations with the candidates seeking to represent you. And our Michael Gendron recently sat down with the two candidates in the Duluth City Council District 2 race.
Election day is fast approaching, and two candidates in Duluth are vying for the District 2 City Council seat previously held by Mike Mayou. Adatte and Diane Desotelle both advanced from this summer's primary and are now eyeing the finish line. Mayor Roger Reinert has already said next year's budget is going to be a tight one, and each candidate weighed in on where their priorities would lie within that budget.
I think emergency services are non-negotiable. You can't touch those. You probably have to go down the line of services that the cities provide, see where you could sensibly outsource to the private sector to compensate, albeit temporarily. In the meantime,
I think housing and childcare, and then our infrastructure. We really need to focus on that because even the Chamber of Commerce will say that housing and childcare is number one for getting economic development in, and that's really important for helping to build our base and make it a little bit stronger.
For Chris, he said he believes making Duluth an easier place to do business would also cause a ripple effect that would be beneficial to the city.
Not asking to cut red tape, not asking to give entrepreneurs a free break or an easier go of it, just clear expectations from people on the private sector side to people on the public side. When Duluth is a more predictable place to make an investment, more money's going to come here, and our budget woes are going to go away. But until then, it's going to be a little tight.
Diane said she would like to see some more investment into something she feels is essential in Duluth. It's open public spaces.
It's a primary concern because that's the balance of who we are as a society. You have your open spaces, you have your economy, and you have your social structure. And that social network is important to actually all those things. It's important to our economy, and it's important to our social fabric. And we depend on a lot on our partners to help maintain these open spaces and make sure that they're there not only for us as citizens, but for people who come to visit us. And I think that the city needs to make that one of their high priorities because we depend on that, because it's who we are.
Both candidates were also asked about their perspective on the homeless issue in Duluth, a concern brought up by many in a questionnaire made available to WDIO viewers.
Homelessness is a multi-pronged issue. It's a lot of times it's people in transitional housing. There's not enough housing available. Maybe they just lost their job. Maybe it's somebody that needs some mental health support. You know, there's people that have substance abuse issues. The only way to fix homelessness is to provide homes. The only way to provide homes is to make that process of building homes predictable and more easy to do, right? I'm not trying to repeat myself, but the problems all kind of rhyme.
Housing is critical, and it should not be something that's a commodity. It should be something that's part of our important infrastructure and use for folks, because if folks aren't housed, it increases safety issues, it increases health issues, and I think it increases costs because they're in and out of housing, trying to get care, and they can't get that mental capacity to just try to care for themselves and move forward without shelter.
One of these two candidates will be selected by District 2 voters on November 4th. For WDIO News, I'm Michael Gendron.